Absolutely. Now, look, you can't go around here looking no pastries tonight.
Okay. So we want to start, though, with that video that made headlines earlier this summer. You said some hurtful things about Americans and about people's weight.
You are a witch?
I am, indeed. The witchiest witch.
Into
oh my God,
horror
macabre,
and this macabre kind of...
I just wanted to address your concerns about my body and talk a little bit about what it means to be a person with a body.
If you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be? And I was like, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer's pretty fascinating. I think I would have loved to have met him.
Ariana Grande's older brother, Frankie, just came to the star's defense concerning rumors the singer is a cannibal.
Blown up.
Yeah, well, it is one of those things because it was with Ariana Grande who was sitting there.
Ariana Grande is married, or was married. She recently filed for divorce.
Take responsibility and say, I'm sorry.
Talking about how she hoped they would die.
And I also am not the kind of person to like see a lead in a movie or like see a picture of someone and be like, oh, he's hot, like he could get it. I don't have that.
It was one of my first that I made.
Britney Spears didn't have a attack at her concert. So how do you begin dating?
Scooter Braun.
God is a woman. Yeah, God is a woman.
It's very weird.
Do not send any hate or honestly comments of any kind to anyone mentioned in this video on behalf of me or yourself. The purpose of this video is to give my commentary and opinion on matters of public concern. Thank you.
Ariana Marie Grande Butane was born on June 26, 1993 in Boca Raton, Florida.
Ariana Grande Butera. Like, literally, that's my name. Like, I'm a pizza. I'm a fucking meatball. Like, Grande Butera. What is that?
Known for her Mariah Carey-esque whistle tones, high ponytail, cat ears aesthetic,
I love an animal ear, clearly,
and her oversized sleeves, she has become a fixture in American teeny bopper culture since the early 2010s. Ariana began her career in the Broadway musical 13, where she showcased her singing and acting skills at a young age.
I remember the day that I went for my first audition. Aaron was just coming out of his and he had been told he got a call back. So he came downstairs to meet me and we went to Dunkin' Donuts and got a chocolate donut. Our parents, they have no idea what to do with themselves. They think it's just the craziest thing in the world that two best friends from Boca Raton, Florida are now in a Broadway show together.
There's the cool kids, there's the preps, and there's the skate punks and the jocks, and then there's me.
In 2010, she landed the role of Kat Valentine on the Nickelodeon TV series Victorious. The show's success led to a spin-off, Sam and Cat, which we'll get into. It was a flop. But even though it was canceled after just one season, the show solidified Ariana's place in the Nickelodeon child star pipeline.
I'm speaking with Ariana and Graham. If aliens came down from another planet, what would you do?
Well, I mean, I think if they looked anything like these aliens, I'd probably just talk to them because they look pretty cute.
And give them a big hug.
I'd probably be like, welcome to Earth, and like give them a hug.
Dan Schneider, the creator of Victorious and Sam and Cat, played a significant role in Ariana's early career. Their professional relationship helped shape Ariana's acting career, although Dan's later controversies would cast a dark shadow on their legacy. After Sam and Cat ended in 2011, that's when Ariana kind of attempted to enter into the music space, and this was with her song Put Your Hearts Up, which was apparently using a sample from the Four Non-Blondes. Never heard of them. I mean, I have, but like, I don't. Oh, that's them?
Hey, that's the song she sampled.
I like that song.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, this didn't really garner very much attention. It wasn't really the viral moment for Ariana and her music career. So one thing that this flop was kind of attributed to was that maybe Ariana needed to call in some bigger guns, as it were. She really needed some expert help, and that is whenever Scooter Braun is gonna enter the chat. Now today, Scooter Braun is now a disgraced and failed manager. Now he's basically retired from being a music industry manager and he's doing some K-pop company or something now. But at the time, he was really not even at the height of his game quite yet. I mean, Ariana and Justin Bieber would end up putting him on the map for real. I don't know, in my opinion. There was also Kanye West. I mean, he was a big deal at this time already, to be honest. So it was actually Scooter Braun who did really help to transform Ariana from a Nickelodeon flop to a pop star success.
Hold on. We've been waiting to do this all day. Now you gotta stand there in front of your fans because you deserve this.
I don't know what's happening.
You don't know what's happening?
I'm gonna pee my pants.
Okay, hold brought your mom out here.
Are you pregnant?
No. Because in March we were in your house and we had a long conversation and we said we're gonna work real hard and we'll put this music out. And our goal was to get you the #1 album in the country. And I can proudly tell you that I've been waiting all day and getting numbers all day. And Ariana Grande, since 2010, there hasn't been a girl who's had a debut album go #1, and now there is.
So according to Scooter Braun, he discovered Ariana because she performed a cover of Die in Your Arms by Justin Bieber, and he saw her on YouTube, which is also how he discovered Justin Bieber on YouTube. So the story goes, I mean, half the time they can't even keep their stories together and the story straight, so who knows, but that is the accepted official story. So when Scooter saw her on YouTube, he kind of asked himself, why isn't Nickelodeon signing this girl? That's what he said. And he was like, okay, well, if they're not going to sign her, I'm going to sign her. And he saw all of her talent and all of that.
How did you discover Ariana? She sang a cover of Justin's called Die in Your Arms. I saw it on YouTube and I was like, why is Nickelodeon not signing this girl? And then she was at Universal, was done the deal, and I was like, I need to work with this girl. And I found out she was actually trying to reach me, but no one told me. So I reached out, they were like, we've been trying to reach you. And she actually sang Die in Your Arms, hoping to get my attention. What?
Scooter orchestrated a rebranding that positioned Ariana as a pop superstar. This collaboration led to the release of her debut album, Yours Truly, in 2013, which marked the beginning of her successful music career. Her connection to Scooter Braun was instrumental in expanding her reach and breaking out into the mainstream. And along with Scooter Braun came the first major set of controversies for a young Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande and Jeanette McCurdy portrayed teen best friends who were damn near polar opposites on the 2013 Nickelodeon show Sam and Cat. The show was a spin-off of the wildly popular iCarly starring Miranda Cosgrove. However, the Sam and Cat show only would last for one season, and only a few months after the show premiered, blind items were already appearing on gossip sites speculating a B-list actress had been getting drunk and hitting up strip clubs, and that her A-list tween co-star was being advised to stay away from her B-list actress co-star. It was later revealed that that blind item was about Ariana Grande and Jeanette McCurdy. The show went on a production hiatus amid reports of salary disputes, which Ariana denied on Twitter. McCurdy would later mock Ariana in a 2014 web series skit on Vimeo called What's Next for Sarah?, which featured a pop star named Gloriana who wore a high ponytail just like Ariana.
Funny, that's Gloriana too.
Sexy called you.
I am so beautiful.
Holy balls. Sarah Bronson. I haven't seen you in like, I don't know, a week. Oh my God, I'm joining you. God, it has been such a long day. I've been to the facialist and the manicurist and the nutritionist. It's like, what even? Like, what is life like? I can't. Can't what? It's just like too much. Myself. Suicide moments. Okay, so how have you been? What have you been up to now that your show's been canceled? That's a super bummer, right? Yeah, it sucks. I've just been... Anyway, I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, except not like a chicken because I'm vegan. Obvi. Oh, you're vegan? Oh my God, I didn't tell you. It's like the biggest change in my life. It's like the best thing that's ever happened to me. I am so happy. Like, I'm doing so well. I have never been better. Wow, Gloriana, your life sounds awesome. It is. It's amazing. You know, I'm just so glad I can be friendly to these little animals, those poor little things. Well, you're carrying a leather bag, so that's not really friendly, but... Sarah. Sarah. An animal that is killed for an accessory is like far different than an animal that is killed for cellulite. So smart. You're just a little genius. Thanks. Only when I put my mind to it. Yeah. Oh my God, what was I saying? Who knows? Oh, my music, right, that was it. Okay, so I have this idea for a music video, so just like, let me know what you think. Okay, so the video's gonna start and I'm gonna be this like nude leotard with like these leaves on me, because it's kind of like an Adam and Eve theme, except there's gonna be like 100 atoms, and then I have to choose like which one's the right atom, and there's gonna be like all this like fog and like all this like really cool effects, so I'm gonna be like, I don't know where to like which one's the right atom for me, because like we're in charge of creating the human race, right? So like I can't.
In her 2022 memoir, I'm Glad My Mom Died, Jeanette McCurdy confirmed she was paid less than Ariana. The tension between the two was palpable. leading to a strained working environment and the eventual cancellation of the show.
TMZ reported that one of their sources said that Jeanette is dissatisfied with her paycheck and the fact that Ariana Grande is making so much more than her. She tried to renegotiate her deal, but it did not work out, and that's probably why the show was canceled. Who really knows? But it looks like she's pissed that, Ariana is making so much more than Jeanette is.
And then we started the show, and then her explosion to Ariana Grande fame happened during our first kind of 20 episodes.
No.
And she would have to miss work because she was being pulled in all directions. So she's got to do radio shows. She's got to do the Billboard Awards, the Grammys. She's performing with at the Grammys, and I'm like acting on the show with a box because they decided that like for that week her character needs to be trapped in a box so she can go perform at the Grammys.
No.
And I was like, what? I deserve more. Like I don't even want to be music, like do pop star things. So I don't know why I was comparing myself to that person.
My co-star Ariana Grande is a burgeoning pop star who misses work regularly to go sing at award shows, record new songs, and do press for her upcoming album while I stay back and angrily hold down the fort. I understand on a surface level why she has to miss work, but at the same time, I don't understand why she's allowed to. I booked 2 features during iCarly that I had to turn down because the iCarly team wouldn't write me out of episodes to go shoot them. Then this week happened. The week where I was told Ariana would not be here at all, and that they would write around her absence this episode by having her character be locked in a box. Are you kidding me? So I have to turn down movies while Ariana's off whistle-toning at the Billboard Music Awards? Fuck this. Ariana misses work in pursuit of her music career, while I act with a box. When I initially got a development deal with Nickelodeon for my own show a few years ago, I thought it was going to be just that, my own show. This was supposed to be just Puckett, the harrowing tale of a brassy juvenile delinquent turned school counselor. Now it's some half-baked two-hander, Sam and Cat, about a brassy juvenile delinquent who, with her ditzy best friend, starts a babysitting company called Sam and Cat Super Rockin' Fun Time Babysitting Service. At first, I managed my jealousy well. When she came skipping on a set saying she'd be performing at the Billboard Awards, I didn't care. So what? She's pursuing a music career, a thing I quit doing because I hated it. And in her pursuit of that career, she's gonna go sing some cheesy pop song on a stage, a task that sounds truly awful to me. I was unfazed. Then she came trotting on a set saying she'd be on the cover of Elle magazine. That one got to me, but only out of my own insecurity. Am I not pretty enough to be on covers of magazines? Would I be the one on covers if this show wasn't a two-hander? Is she robbing me of opportunities that would have been mine? I stuffed down my jealousy and carried on. But what finally undid me was when Ariana came whistle-toning in with excitement because she had spent the previous evening playing charades at Tom Hanks' house. That was the moment I broke. I couldn't take it anymore. Music performances and magazine covers, whatever, I'll get over it. But playing a family game at National Treasure, 2-time Academy Award winner and 6-time nominee Tom Hanks' house, I'm done. From that moment on, I didn't like her. I couldn't like her. Pop star success I could handle, but hanging out with Sheriff Woody, with Forrest fucking Gump, this has gone too far. So now, every time she misses work, it feels like a personal attack. Every time something exciting happens to her, I feel like she robbed me of having that experience myself. And every time someone calls me a good sport, all I feel is how much I don't want to be one. Fuck being a good sport. I'd rather be playing charades with Tom Hanks.
The show must go on always, always. Your feet don't smell, do they? I mean, you dance a lot. Wait a second. It's a question. It's a question. They don't? Are you wearing socks with those boots?
No, but I have tights on when I perform.
Oh, so you're good. You're good. All right.
I wanted to ask about these ears because it's crazy. You wear these ears. Now little girls everywhere are wearing the ears and trying to do the Ariana ears. Is that weird?
No, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm not the only one who does the cat ear thing, though.
Well, now other people do.
It's just your thing now. Like, people love seeing you in it.
I've just been wearing them a lot this month. Just
why the ears, though? Like, why did you want... It's just sexy, like...
I guess... Oh, when you do that... That's a good...
Pounce.
Maybe if I do that. I don't know. I like them. I feel like... I was a cat last year for Halloween and the year before. I always am a cat for Halloween. I just like them. I don't know. I found them in Japan as well, and I got them in Harajuku, so I just liked him.
So Halloween's coming up, and Ariana's going to be a cat.
I'm really into it. I start a little early. I start in, like, June.
So in 2014, a report emerged claiming Ariana had made a shocking statement about her fans. According to a, quote, industry insider, Ariana allegedly said, quote, "I hope they all effing beep," after a meet and greet session.
Oh, hi. I'm the biggest Fiance fan.
This incident was widely reported, including by the Daily Mail, which criticized her for being a diva. This Daily Mail article reads as follows: "She is fast getting a reputation for being a bit of a diva, but Ariana Grande looks set to be subjected to another torrent of criticism after it was claimed she said she hoped her fans would effing die." An industry insider told the New York Daily News, quote, "She did autographs and pics and was all smiles until she got into the elevator, and as soon as the doors shut, she said, 'I hope they all effing die.'"
Skimping on meet and greets, being rude to contest winners, wishing death upon her fans? Ugh. Just this week, Ari met with some fans outside of a radio station in New York, and while she was super nice to their faces, apparently right when she got in the elevator, she started talking about how she hoped they would die. What? That's like really dramatic and super mean.
Now, this one is kind of a consider the source type situation, but I did want to just include it because it came up in my research. So Ariana has always denied these allegations, insisting that her words were taken out of context and misrepresented by the media. She stated, "Those words are not mine and do not," oh, should I do it like her? I don't even know how she was talking in 2013. I don't know what her accent was back 2014.
Come on, girl.
"Those words are not mine and do not reflect my feelings toward my fans. I love my fans dearly." Grain of salt. In the writer's room, in the newsroom, where is it that they say they are in Hollywood life? Everybody here in the workroom, everybody here in the office, everybody here at the office. So rumors that the office are kind of speculating, the people in the office over here are speculating perhaps this could have been a PR stunt to make Ariana look a little bit more edgy than she actually was, to kind of help her with that child star to adult star transition moment. Word at the office, take with a grain of salt. Anyways, this is what she was looking like at the time. Okay, and then that is whenever we're gonna transition into the infamous donut licking I Hate America scandal of 2015. This is the same year from the Kylie, from both Jenners hooking up with Justin Bieber.
Which of these sisters has Justin Bieber been with? Kendall, Kylie, Courtney, or all of the above?
What about if they're none?
Or none.
Or none.
And it's the year, I believe, Corey Gamble entered the Kardashian chat from my 40th birthday, 2014. So it's July 2015, just days after 4th of July, Independence Day, America's 239th birthday. The holiest of all days, 239, damn you fine, Ariana was caught exhibiting some erratic behavior on CCTV at a donut shop. Now, this donut shop was called Wolfie Donuts in Lake Elsinore, California. And Ariana was there with her then boyfriend, backup dancer, Ricky Alvarez. In the footage, Ariana can be seen shouting at the employees, licking unpurchased donuts along with her boyfriend. And then she can be seen maniacally cackling and jumping up and down like a hyena that has rabies. Poor thing, bless her heart, amen. When the employee working there brings out a tray of fresh donuts, Ariana then shouts, "What the is that? I hate Americans. I hate America." Anyways, this incident led to her being uninvited from a White House performance that was scheduled and coming up. And Ariana did issue multiple apologies due to this donut shop incident. First with the typical Notes app apology, and then with a video stating she is extremely proud to be an American.
I've actually never been prouder to be an American, to be honest, with the advances that we've made in the past couple months and all the wonderful progressive things that have been going on. I've never been prouder of this country, actually. I apologize for my poor choice of words and for my behavior. Seeing how ugly it looks when you behave a certain way makes you want to never behave that way again. I made a mistake and I'm being judged for it, which I understand because I watched it and I was just as disappointed and
that her comments were about obesity And she said, as an advocate for healthy eating, food is very important to me, and I sometimes get upset by how freely we as Americans eat and consume things.
I don't eat much pasta, or like I eat vegan, so I like maintain a plant-based diet.
That's fine and fair. She was in the donut shop. It's not like she was reacting to a video online. She was there to buy a donut. So, I mean, you're there in the donut. You are patroning. I don't get it. I do vaguely remember, I mean, it was outrage. I even was a little bit kind of like, shut up, you're in the donut shop. Like, let me eat the damn donut.
Ariana Grande apologizes on video.
I just wanted to make a video to apologize again for the whole donut fiasco and craziness.
The pop diva posted the 4-minute video on YouTube. She caused a huge uproar after she was caught on surveillance tape apparently licking a donut.
I was so disgusted with myself. I like shoved my face in a pillow and wanted to disappear. But instead of that, I'm gonna come forward and own up to what I did and take responsibility and say I'm sorry, because I reacted in a way that I feel like wasn't necessary, to say the least, but also just wasn't me at all.
Ariana had already said she's sorry in a statement, but she hopes the video wins her forgiveness.
The apology that I posted, I like kind of missed my opportunity to actually sincerely apologize and express how I was feeling because I was too busy preaching about my issues with the food industry.
Reaction to the video is mixed. Fake apology not accepted, reads one comment, while another says, thank you for owning up to your mistake and apologizing. We forgive you. Ariana also addresses her mean-spirited comments about America.
I've actually never been prouder to be an American, to be honest with you.
She made the video with her jaw still swollen after having her wisdom teeth removed.
I'm making this video from wisdom tooth recovery hell.
My reaction, frankly, I'm disgusted that someone can lack so much decency and respect for their country, especially given the fact that American fans are the ones that got her to where she is now.
When my American fans make me money, I always like to say that I like them, but that's just me.
Last time I checked, those poor people who like to buy donuts also bought a lot of your stupid music.
She's in Scream Queens, which is after my show, The Grinder, this year. Maybe now they'll kill her earlier.
You should return that money to the people who like jelly donuts, who also like Ariana Grande Estupido.
Or used to.
Estupida.
Demi Lovato's replaced her as the headliner for the MLB All-Star Game concert.
But one person she didn't apologize to, the owner of Wolfie Donut Shop near Los Angeles. Her donut-licking scandal has landed the mom-and-pop shop in hot water. Local health inspectors went to the shop on Wednesday and lowered their rating from A to B. Inside Edition exclusively obtained the inspection report stating that Wolfie Donuts failed to keep food separated and protected from contamination. Police also working with public health officials investigating the video in which they describe her actions as appearing to maliciously lick donuts.
To me, I don't care who she is. What she's doing is wrong.
But it's her seemingly unpatriotic words causing the most outrage all over the internet. One person tweeting, "Goodbye, Ariana Grande. You don't need to stay in this country." Another writing, "Ariana Grande, you need help packing for Russia?"
So now we're gonna go to Dangerous Woman. Oh my Lord. Thank you to ChatGPT. We're not taking credit for this. This was created with assistance from ChatGPT, who always comes in clutch and helps me out tremendously. Honestly, thank you, ChatGPT, and also thank you, algorithm, always coming in clutch. So this next part is going to be all about Ariana Grande and her seemingly constant and overlapping relationships, which many, if not all, seem like they're giving just straight up PR relationship at the very least, but I'll let you decide. I do have a slightly more creative and out of the box theory, but at the very least it's giving just PR stunt to promote whatever project she's working on. Let me show you what I mean with the help of this chart made by assistance of ChatGPT. Okay, so let's now go back to March 2013, right around the time that Sam and Cat was just starting to air on Nickelodeon. It's March 28th, 2013. I don't know if this is the day the song came out, but the music video for The Way, featuring Ariana Grande and Mac Miller, did come out. Now, in this music video, you will see, and you did see, these two lovebirds, or so it seemed, making out at the end of the music video. This sent the fan forums wild, speculating about their relationship status. However, during this time, Ariana Grande and Mac Miller were both in relationships. Ariana was dating this guy, Jai Brooks, from the Janoskians, which is a YouTube prank comedy duo / band, I guess.
Are you excited?
Oh, shit. Are you okay? Oh my God. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Anyway, Mac Miller was dating his high school sweetheart, a girl by the name of Nomi Leisure.
Hi, I'm Nomi.
Who he had literally met in 8th grade, so like middle school in some places.
He met girlfriend Nomi Leisure at Alderdice High School. Did she anticipate his success?
No, definitely didn't expect that. But once I really started listening to his music, I mean, it makes sense.
Now, Mac and Nomi could be an entire video just on its own, but long story short, it's been confirmed by many Mac Miller fans that she was essentially his muse throughout the majority of his career. I mean, take it up with the Mac Miller forums if you don't agree with me. I'm just making a video reporting what I read over there. Also, I want to give a very specific shout out to this person on Reddit, I've been Draken, for compiling a lot of this evidence about Ariana and Mac's relationship timeline, because you know we love a timeline on this channel. I'll link down below their original post that puts it all together, but it is riveting. Also, this is all alleged. Take it with a grain of salt. I mean, the receipts are all there from where these speculations are all coming from, but again, I wasn't there. I don't really know. I'm just reading these public forums. Take it with a grain of salt. So the very next month, it would seem, April 2013, Mac and Nomi would break up. It is unknown if this was due to Ariana Grande and whether it caused some tension in their relationship because of maybe that making out scene and the Way music video. But once this breakup between Mac Miller and his high school sweetheart did happen, that is whenever the Ariana Grande is dating Mac Miller rumors would really spin out of control online.
Let's switch it up a bit. Girls, Ariana, is you the bitch?
Nah. That's a friend, man. She's good people. She's really talented. She's got
really fine.
Yeah, dude, she's really good looking. She got a boyfriend.
Now, that very same month, Mac Miller was quoted, April 2013, saying, quote, "That Ariana Grande is the homie. She's got a boyfriend and everything. Obviously, that kiss made everyone talk. I didn't even know that was gonna happen. And then we were shooting and the director was like, this should happen. And I'm like, all right. When I went back to my old school, elementary, middle school the other day, when I was in Pittsburgh and everyone was freaking out, like, you kissed Ariana Grande. I was like, yeah, you know how I do. You know how I do. He's like, I went back to my old school, and I was like, you know how I do. So several months would go by, but still in that same year, August 2013, Ariana and Jai from that YouTube duo or whatever, who is that guy? They would also break up, with Jai accusing Ariana of cheating on him with yet another guy, Nathan Sykes from the band The Wanted, whomst she began dating immediately after she broke up with, or Jai broke up with her. So again, referencing back to the chart.
I have to ask because, I mean, everyone's big fans of The Wanted. I'm sure you get it in every interview. But you and Nathan obviously seeing each other. What's the most romantic thing he's done for you?
The most romantic?
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything.
Now, Nathan and Ariana would break up in December of that year, so they did not date very long, from about August to December of that same year. And Nomi and Mac Miller would get back together around the same time as well, and would stay together for another 3 years. We'll circle back to Nomi and Mac in a minute, but let's continue on with Ariana's dating history. Ariana would also then again get back with Jai in January of 2014, but broke up with him again in July because he wasn't there for her while her grandmother was passing away in Florida. And that does sound very cruel, but as it would turn out, there might have been a little bit more to the story. There is speculation and rumors online that because Jai Brooks was from Australia, he needed to enter the United States, and because that's where Florida is, and he didn't have a valid visa at the time. His visa had expired, and so he just couldn't come. He was stuck in Mexico trying to get into the United States. I don't know, girl. That was just rumors and speculation from the Ari fandom. Again, take it up with them. If you disagree, I'm just telling you what they said. So 1 month after Ariana and Jai broke up because he wasn't there for her, and perhaps maybe because he was locked out of the country or something, but maybe not. We don't really know. We weren't there. 1 month later, a post on our favorite website, HollywoodLife.com, emerges from the wild. entitled Ariana Grande dating Big Sean after Jai Brooks breakup ? The truth. Showing a photo of Ariana and Big Sean allegedly at the movies together in LA.
Is Ariana confirmed to be a new couple with Big Sean? So much to say. So he's the producer on her song Problem, and he's featured in the video, actually just kind of his lips, but they were first spotted together on a movie date in Los Angeles on August 3rd. They saw The Purge, really scary, so we definitely suspected some, horror movie cuddling, but at the time, a source super close to Ariana told HollywoodLife.com that the two are not dating. They've just been really good friends with each other ever since they worked on their first collaboration, Best Mistake. But now busted. E! News is reporting that Ariana and Big Sean were caught kissing on their movie date. So even though their reps are denying that they're dating and saying that they're single, this definitely looks like it could be a new romance.
Then adding fuel to the fire, a week later, August 12th, 2014, Ariana and Big Sean would release their collaboration, Best Mistake. This is where my theories started. This is where I got the first, mark it right here, mark a flag on screen, a clue, the paw print. This is the first clue. There's these rumors going around that Ariana is dating Big Sean, and then they come out with a song called Best Mistake. So, I mean, at the very least, I would speculate this is just some type of PR stunt to promote the song, right? The music video, the song, whatever. Now, this also was a single that was supposed to be acting as like a promotional single from Ariana's upcoming album, My Everything. Here, we have a wild Chloe Mayloss doing exactly what she does. A month later, speculating about Ariana making Big Sean jealous with Chris Brown. Girl, I don't know. Big Sean and Ariana weren't even officially, outwardly, publicly dating yet, and all these rumors and speculation were being thrown around by the usual suspects. Boom, Flash Pensky. Okay, yeah, let's watch the clip.
Hey guys, it's Chloe with your Hollywood Life Says, and Ariana Grande and Big Sean were showing some major PDA over the weekend, so this unofficial couple is really not trying to hide anything at all.
This table.
We also have to talk about these new reports that claim that Ariana is a huge diva. Could this really be true? Emily, first, tell us all about their PDA. I'm so excited about it.
Okay, so on September 19th, Ariana and Big Sean were both at the iHeartRadio Festival in Las Vegas, and they were spotted getting super close. There's pictures of them hugging, her kissing him on the cheek, whispering in his ear.
Wait.
Fans also took it.
Did Chloe just tell this other one, tell me all about it, and now she's the one? And why is it like she's always trying to convince you by whining too? It's giving a little bit Lima in a way. They were so cute, and it was like almost like they were at the radio show, and it was like the, like...
Ariana and Big Sean were both at the iHeartRadio Festival in Las Vegas, and they were spotted getting super close. There's pictures of them hugging, her kissing him on the cheek, whispering in his ear. Fans also took an Instagram video of Big Sean singing at an after party, and Ariana is right by his side being super supportive. They're really cute, full-on couple mode. I love it.
Oh, that's not Chloe. That was not Chloe Mayloss. It's like they went to the same school.
Just yet, although we did see them holding hands backstage at the VMAs, and Big Sean told MTV that they have more music together in the works, and he all but confirmed it without actually saying it, saying that the pair has been friends for years before quote-unquote anything else, and we know that they even had their first fight together.
Yes, this is what the fight is about. Now, it's nothing too major. It's actually kind of sweet. So, Ariana released a new video with Chris Brown. Don't be gone too long.
I said it once, I'll say it again. This old coot has no business. Like, when I'm talking about these people, I'm talking about, like, conservatorship and PR ambushes and vulnerability and autonomy. She's like, what was their first fight about? She's like at least 56. Oh my Lord. And then the still shot it stopped on with this ballad with the foot up over his shoulder.
So good. She's dressed like a princess. Chris Brown is dressed like, I'm not quite sure what, but he looks very
Why'd they make it so dark?
Anyway,
it should have been a day with green. It's dead.
Not too much of a fan of that video. He only saw it once. He has no interest in seeing it again because he's actually kind of jealous of Ariana being with Chris.
I wonder if Big Sean heard about Adam 22 and Lena the Plug. Well, I mean, he didn't want to even let her do a ballerina photo shoot video. Her think about Jason Love. Big Sean would not be
Bonnie, but that
good.
sounds like any normal relationship, and I don't really blame Big Sean at all because
Big
Chris Brown
Sean.
is getting his old body back. He ate all those like Twinkies in jail, and he's starting to look really good. But let's also talk about something. Wah wah. There is a report out there, actually multiple reports that claim that Ariana Grande is a total diva. And she only wants to be photographed from her left side, that she has been rude to photographers, rude to fans, and I am really surprised by this. Aren't you guys?
Yeah.
No.
Chloe, now these reports came, we've been hearing them for a long time, that Ariana requests only certain sides, she only likes a certain angle. Now, last month at the AMAs, Juliana Rancic came forward and actually said that they had a run-in backstage and that she elbowed her and that she was actually being a diva. Now, I mean, she's a little girl. She's only 21 years old, so Juliana thinks
They
that
still saying she's a little girl. She's like 36 or something. Like, it's like, at what point?
it's too early for her to be acting like a diva.
But I baby. Yeah, I mean, but it's always Chloe Malos, isn't it? Now buckle up, because I'm going to read word for word of what we got directly from this Ariana Grande fandom article. In July 2014, Ariana's grandfather became seriously ill, and Grande spent the whole month in Florida with him before his passing near the end of the month. Big Sean had flown down to Florida to see Ariana and spend time with her. Meanwhile, Ariana's then boyfriend did not, and Ariana has said that he wasn't there for her when she needed him. They broke up that same month. And then they cite this now deleted Instagram post from July 2014 that Big Sean posted with Ariana Grande's dog, Ophelia. You can't make this up. And all the fans clocked it immediately. They knew Ophelia. And now it's deleted. Now, it seems like they kept playing in our face for a few months, evading questions about dating, while they were very clearly doing things like going on dates and holding hands at award shows. Ariana officially announced she was dating Big Sean on October 17th, 2014, in an interview with The Telegraph.
Another big fan of yours happens to be Miss Ariana Grande.
Look at that smile, player, when you mention your name.
What's that like for you?
It's great. Everything's, I can't complain, man.
Ariana and Big Sean publicly dated for the next 6 to 7 months until they publicly announced their breakup on 4/20/2015 through Us Weekly, citing issues with conflicting schedules. It's also important to note here that Big Sean had been engaged at the time to Glee star, now no longer with us, rest in peace, Naya Rivera, right before he started dating Ariana. Then, in 2016, Naya would reveal in her memoir, Sorry Not Sorry, that their relationships had in fact overlapped. She wrote, quote, "On the one day he was back in LA, Sean said he didn't want to see me, but since she had a key, she let herself into his house. I walk in, go downstairs, and guess what little girl is sitting cross-legged on the couch listening to music? It rhymes with Schmariana Schmonde."
Yeah.
Talk about Big Sean. First of all, you met him through Twitter.
Yeah.
That is surprising to me. And you said you didn't really know about him. You just knew the song and you tweeted that, and then tell us the rest.
And then he had slid up in my DM.
Yeah, your relationship starts. How long were you two together?
I guess about a year.
And you became engaged?
Yes.
And then it got a little complicated.
Yes.
And you talk about this in the book. You stopped hearing from him at a certain point?
I mean, we just both, went through our own things. And I mean, in the end, it just didn't end up working out.
It didn't work. You talk about walking into his house and seeing him sitting with.
That is the most hilarious thing that's like splashed all over the internet and getting like blown up.
Yeah, well, it is one of those things because it was with Ariana Grande who was sitting there. That is one of the things everybody's talking about. So let's flush it out here.
Yes.
All right, tell me the tea. Spill it.
I never said they were cuddling.
Yeah.
I never said he cheated. I said she was sitting on a couch.
Which is kind of weird though if you haven't heard from your fiance.
And then you walk into his house and there she is.
No, draw your own conclusions. Right. But I said she was sitting on a couch.
That's exactly what you said.
Okay, wait.
She said, quote, "I learned that I was no longer getting married from the internet and at the same time as the rest of the world. Not only were we not getting married, we weren't even together anymore." Now also in July 2018, Naya Rivera appeared on Lip Sync Battle and performed Big Sean's song I Don't Beep With You.
I don't with you. Lil Rel. Yeah. What did you think of Naya going there? You took me by surprise on that one. I was like, oh.
apparently in response to the song being literally about her. I didn't know that until research for this video. So she goes lip sync that song. Now, this Yahoo News article says Grande never responded to Rivera's claims. Rivera, meanwhile, died in a drowning accident in July 2020.
This is the situation Glee star Naya Rivera found herself in. Out on the water, enjoying an afternoon swim with her young child.
Curry County Sheriff confirmed the 33-year-old's body was found this morning. CBS 2's Rachel Kim was there as Rivera's family grieved at Lake Piru.
Anyway, back to early 2016. This video actually got one of my videos age restricted.
No way.
Might have to blur out the whole thing, but it's grotesque and detestable to say it got age restricted. So here we have Ariana Grande to the extent we can show it, but this is available online. You can go look at it too and unredacted and things. Ariana being chastised on stage by Madonna at the Madonna concert in Miami in January 2016. Ariana was dating her backup dancer at this time, and that's the same one she was licking donuts with. Now, at this time, early 2016, Nomi, remember Mac Miller's on again, off again high school sweetheart girlfriend muse? She was posting a lot about her and Mac's relationship in a positive light, making her usual Valentine's Day post, and was blogging on her personal blog about the importance of committed relationships. But then, in May 2016, she began a string of cryptic posts that seemed as though her and Mac were over. Even the comments section seemed like everyone knew what was going on just based off her posts. Ariana had been dating Ricky Alvarez for over a year by 2016. Remember him? He's the backup dancer she was at the donut shop licking donuts with. And on July 14th, 2016, Ariana took to her Snapchat account to temporarily post some happy birthday selfies of herself and Ricky for Ricky's birthday. So that's her boyfriend. She posts some happy birthday Snapchats. On the very next day, July 15th, 2016, Ariana was spotted at Disneyland with none other than Malcolm James Larry Fishman McCormick Miller, while wearing gigantic face shield visors that supposedly were to help them hide their identities, but she's still wearing the entire Ariana Grande uniform. She couldn't have changed the color of the ponytail to a color wore her real hair in some side braids or something. So she's over there at the Disneyland with Mac Miller the next day. Okay, fine. She posts a Snapchat that same night of her dancing to an unreleased Mac Miller song, as well as a video of her and Mac Miller giggling and having fun in the studio. A few weeks later, July 25th, 2016, Ariana and Mac Miller documented themselves playing Pokemon Go while wearing Pikachu face masks, which is just so very 2016. They should have put that pic in the time capsule. That very next day, July 26th, 2016, media began reporting that Ariana and Ricky were over. They had broken up, and I guess the writing was a little on the wall with all the Mac Miller postings. After this, Ariana and Mac Miller were seen together frequently and released more music together, including the remix to Ariana's Into You, which contained a line from Mac about, "Heard you got a man, baby, I could do it better." And it is widely justifiably speculated that this was recorded during that infamous studio session with the giggling the day before the whole Ricky breakup. When they just had got back from the most wonderful, magical place in the world and, and all of that. I don't know, I wasn't there, type of thing. And of course, at that time, Ariana did have a man, so it's like, heard you got a man, I could do it better. Then she actually ends up breaking up with that man, or they end up breaking up, and now she ends up with Mac Miller. We all know the rest, but if you don't stick around, we're gonna find out. So Ariana and Mac Miller at that point were practically conjoined twins, and Ariana would officially post the two of them with the caption, quote, "Baby yee," on Instagram in September of 2016.
Is that what I did? Yeah. Is that what Instagram means to you now? All right, world, let's go. If I post something, then that's what I'm willing to share at the moment.
Right, but it becomes
that doesn't
something.
mean then you, Ryan Seacrest, with millions of listeners, are entitled to more information.
Now, up until September 2016, Nomi and Mac were still sharing an apartment in Brooklyn. Messy. But finally, on September 12th, Nomi would move out, posting this on her Instagram account. Later on, but still in September, Mac Miller would do a press run for his new album, The Divine Feminine. Ooh, this is so messy. Where he dodged questions about Ariana's influence on the album and claimed he wrote most of the album while living in New York a year prior. So, while he was with Nomi. So the Divine Feminine is probably about her, or at least inspired by her or something, I don't know. The next day after this interview came out, Nomi posted on her blog again, one of a 5-part series on Mac and their breakup. It was extremely lengthy, but the most important parts, I think, are where she calls out Mac for essentially being inspired by her writings about the Divine Feminine, and she basically blames him for butchering the concept as a whole. She also calls Mac and Ariana's relationship, quote, a perfectly planned PR partnership and a simple syrup love. Also, I'm not entirely sure what she's referring to, but at this part she also says, quote, you and your pack of peasants have tried to silence a writer, attempted to douse legal jargon across my First Amendment and set it ablaze. Well, no, yes, you have set it ablaze. Yes, you have set it ablaze. Possibly be that she was threatened with like an NDA or a cease and desist or something. I mean, she seems upset about lawyers for some reason. Now, Mac and Ariana would release another video in December 2016. And then on January 6, 2017, Nomi posted an entry on her blog that she had written in 2015 entitled, What's Love Have to Do with My Private Part? Where she essentially writes about how she wants an open relationship and how sex and love should be separate. I don't know, girl. It gets kind of strange and a little bit desperate, but I'm not going to judge her. So underneath this blog post about sleeping with other people shouldn't matter in a relationship, etc., she writes the following, quote, upon the original posting of this piece, a meeting was called between said ex-boyfriend's management. They were concerned and alarmed. It caused quite a frenzy. There was questioning around whether or not proceeding to be involved with me was a smart and safe choice, thus proving the point of this entire expletive article. Now, on March 1st, 2017, Ariana would do an interview with Cosmo magazine. And in it, she basically says she's been loving Mac Miller since 2013. Quote, I met Mac Miller when I was 19. We had loved and adored and respected each other since the beginning. Since before we even met, just because we were fans of each other's talent. We weren't ready at all, though, to be together. It's just timing. We both needed to experience some things, but the love has always been there the whole time. There were times over the years when he would call me and hear that I was stressed or overwhelmed or not doing well, and he would call my mom. Okay. There are also times when he was really broken and sad, and this was years ago. And I would come take care of him because we love each other as best friends, first and foremost. This is so high school. It's like they're all 14. Like,
he's always gonna be my best friend. We're gonna be best friends forever, no matter what.
The interviewer then asks, did everybody else know you guys were meant to be together before you did? What a planted ass question. Did everybody else? Or like, did anyone? Everyone. Didn't everybody? Yes, girl. Then Ariana's like, oh yeah, our families have known the entire time. Does she mean family for management? That might be true. He saw a magazine cover of mine 4 or 5 Thanksgivings ago and told his mom she's the one. How cute is that? That was before we were even talking. 2012 or something? Now, Ariana and Mac officially met in 2012 when they decided to do a cover of Baby It's Cold Outside. And knowing what we know about Nomi and Mac's relationship, this is just strange. Anyway, the question directly following this in that interview is about hosting SNL. And of course, we know that's where Pete Davidson is or was working.
A lot of kid stars end up doing drugs or in jail or pregnant or get caught licking a donut they didn't pay for. Which, yes, was childish and stupid. And, you know, I've learned that it's really time to grow up. I think I'm in a place where I'm ready to be caught in a real adult scandal. I'll have a love child with Drake or 2 Chainz. What will my scandal be?
Hey, Ariana, I overheard. Do you, want to smoke some pot or something?
Let's smoke some crack, man.
I'm good.
And she would confirm a year later in a 2018 interview, quote, I left Pete Davidson's writer's room when we were writing skits and stuff for the show, and my tour manager was in the hallway. And I'm not a crushy person. Like, I don't have crushes on people. ChatGPT, come get her. Come get her.
And I also am not the kind of person to like see a lead in a movie or like see a picture of someone and be like, oh, he's hot, like he could get it. That's just, I don't have that.
I'm not a crushy person. Like, I don't have crushes on people. Oh God. Girl, we saw how you was acting in the Penn Badgley. Stop. Oh, Please. I left his writer's room. We were writing skits and stuff for the show. My tour manager in the hallway. I'm not a crushy person. I don't have crushes on people I don't know. But I left and I jokingly said to my tour manager, I'm marrying him 100%. I'm literally marrying him. She might have been manic. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself because Ariana doesn't officially start dating Pete Davidson until later in 2018. But the first publicly reported run-in with Pete Davidson was March 12th, 2016, when she was the musical guest and host on SNL. Back when she was, quote, dating Ricky Alvarez, the donut boy. This was 4 months before the Mac Miller Pokemon Go fiasco. Anyway, Mac and Ariana continued dating throughout 2017, and everything is happily ever after, right? Wrong. We'll have to be sensitive about how we cover this topic, but I did not want to let it go by the wayside. Let's fast forward to May 22nd, 2017, and it's the first night of the European leg of the Dangerous Woman tour. Mere seconds after Ariana Grande completed her final song of the set, an explosion was heard throughout Manchester Arena and the neighboring area. There were around 116 injuries, with a total of 22 people who were also, unfortunately, didn't make it. The lunatic who did this crime also is no longer with us on Earth anymore because of his actions that day.
And then we heard this, it was like a boom sound.
Everything kind of went calm for about 5 or 6 seconds. I mean, everyone in the arena was just, it was scarily still.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden that was it. There was pandemonium everywhere.
People were sort of moving from the exit that they'd originally trying to get
coming
out
right
of
down the stairs.
and coming down to our neck of the woods, if you like. So there was a great big bottleneck.
Yeah.
In the aftermath, certain organizations and groups claimed responsibility for this attack. Ariana was obviously justifiably deeply affected by the tragedy, taking a hiatus to recover emotionally.
A lot of people thought you weren't going to perform again.
I didn't think I was going to either.
It was 10:30 p.m. on May 22nd. Ariana Grande had just finished her sold-out concert for 20,000 at Manchester Arena when an explosion rocked the stadium. Inside the crowd, many young children and teenagers with their parents racing for the exits. Outside, mayhem. Police later confirming a suicide bomber had killed 22 and injured hundreds.
I just never really seen anything like it, and I was like, that's not the reaction to have, is to recoil and just go away, Mm-hmm. So when we decided to continue my tour, because I went right home. I went to Florida, and I was like, I can't. I was like, I'm not putting those costumes on again. I can't sing those songs again.
You were done.
I was like, I can't. I was like, I love y'all. I can't do it.
She returned to Manchester to host the One Love Manchester benefit concert, raising millions for the victims and their families.
Manchester, I love you with all my heart.
Returning less than 2 weeks later for the One Love Manchester concert, Grande and a host of stars took the stage in front of more than 50,000 joyous fans.
I think a mixture of just the love from my fans and seeing people be there for one another and help each other heal and therapy.
She later described the event as the most important thing that she will ever do in her entire career. And of course, the event meaning the benefit, the concert benefit.
You've been through not only personal stuff with the relationship, but what took place in Manchester also was heavy, heavy, heavy stuff for the world. You haven't shied away of trying to heal and contribute your spirit and soul to helping everybody keep their heads up and stay strong. While we were playing that song, you got pretty emotional. And I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it.
It sounds so hard, whatever you want.
You were...
So sorry, I'm literally sorry.
I was saying that you went and had sat and had therapy and have really been working through recovering from what took place in Manchester with your fans, with your family, with yourself. And was that song that important to put out some of that energy and let people know that we're all working to get well?
Yeah, it's just about just being there for each other and helping each other through scary times and anxiety. Some dark shit out there, man. So we just have to be there for each other as much as we can, because you never fucking know, So just wanted to do something to make people feel good and less alone. it's not just about, that, it's also about personal demons and anxiety and more intimate tragedies as well, Mental health is so important. People don't pay enough mind to it because we have things to do. We have schedules, we have jobs, we have, kids and places to be and pressure to fit in and Instagram stories, whatever you're trying to put on facade, trying to keep up. People don't pay attention to what's happening inside. I'm so sorry. I'm falling apart. Yeah, that's why I felt like it was important. I just wanted to give people a hug musically. And I feel like the lyrics can be kind of corny when I talk about wanting to hug you and stuff, but I really do. Because it's just I don't know. People gotta be nicer. You see this shit on the news, it affects you, but not the same way. You feel bad, you tweet it, you post a picture, you send your condolences, you say something, and then you move on, But Christmas comes and you're thinking about it, it's I'm so sorry. It's people are permanently affected by this shit, and it's just perspective. It changes everything, changes your life quite a bit,
In May 2018, Ariana announced her breakup with Mac Miller. It was announced on Instagram, and she stated, quote, "This is one of my best friends in the whole world and favorite people on the planet. I respect and adore him endlessly, and I am grateful to have him in my life in any form," end quote. The breakup seemed amicable, but Ariana made it clear that Mac's struggles with substance use and abuse did play a pretty big role in the breakup. Ariana later addressed the challenges she faced in their relationship, saying, "I am not a babysitter or a mother, and no woman should feel that they need to be." On September 7th, 2018, just a few months after their breakup, Mac Miller tragically and unexpectedly passed away. His quick engagement to Pete Davidson, which occurred shortly after her breakup with Mac Miller, might have impacted Mac's mental state in any of his romantic relationships. Furthermore, some theories speculated about the involvement of the substance dealers who supplied Mac with the lethal substances. In 2019, 3 men were charged in connection with Mac's death and were accused of knowingly distributing the counterfeit pills that contained FENT.
So they finally caught the motherfucker that sold him the drugs.
Fentanyl-laced pills that led to rapper Mac Miller's fatal overdose are expected to plead guilty today in an LA courtroom. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Stephen Walter and Ryan Rivas will plead guilty to distribution of fentanyl.
Young Thug has also come out in an interview and said he did a studio session with Mac the day before his death, and the song they made was titled Day Before.
I was with Mac the day before he died. He was at my studio. We did the song on my album. He came to the studio, did the song. The next day, he died. And the song that we did at the studio, the name of the song is Day Before.
So that sparked conspiracy theories.
That he knew he was gonna...
It was the last song. That is something else. He was reportedly working with celebrity trainer Harley Pasternak. You know, the guy known for training high-profile clients such as Ariana Grande, Kim Kardashian, Megan Fox, and Kanye West. He's the one that sent Kanye the message about, "I'll put you into zombie land. You're not going to have a fun time seeing your kids," or whatever in the hell fucked up he said.
This is how he was. This is a trainer, but come to find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So this shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California, right? So it says, "I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same." This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and apologize, right? You think about if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house?
Him. Now, following Mac Miller's death from an accidental O/D, there was speculation and reflection on the various influences in his life, including his relationship with Harley Pasternak. Some wondered whether more could have been done to support Mac Miller. But it's clear that those around him, including Pasternak, were part of his support network, striving to allegedly help him, quote, manage his demons. And I think ChatGPT might have been trying to tell us something. Amen, Jesus. I think managing the demon is like managing the fact that you have to deal with Scooter Braun and Harley Pasternak. Like, those are the managing the demons and just dealing with them two. Oh, and I just keep getting haunted by that Rob Kardashian clip of him being like, I know what you're trying to do and it's not gonna work.
Oh my God. You think I need help, that's your opinion. This person thinks they can teach me to do something. I'm just saying, I don't buy any of that. I'm smart enough to understand what's going on. Whatever you're trying to do and say and bring up isn't gonna happen.
Ariana has continued to honor Mac Miller's legacy in her music and in her public appearances. Her song Ghostin' from the album Thank You Next is widely interpreted as a tribute to Mac, reflecting on her grief and the emotional complexity of mourning a past love while moving forward. She sings, quote, I know that it breaks your heart when I cry again over him. Wow. In addition, during her Sweetener World Tour, Ariana often included a moment of silence or played Mac's music as a tribute to him. She has been vocal about the profound impact he had on her life and career, maintaining that his memory and influence remain a significant part of her journey.
What the is this thing? Right. Like a robot.
Ariana and Pete Davidson's relationship really took off in May 2018, soon after Ariana's breakup with Mac Miller. She talks about getting married to him on this Apple Music podcast with Ebro.
You told me your fans were ready for this album.
Yeah.
And you're very relieved of how it's being received.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I think because they know what I've been craving to do. They know what I've been wanting to make for a very long time.
Marriage on the horizon?
Yeah.
How soon? Less than 5
years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many kids do you want to have?
Probably like 3.
3?
Yeah.
Are you gonna hyphenate your last name? Are you gonna be like Ariana Grande Davidson?
Yeah.
Will your professional name become Ariana Grande Davidson, or you'll just keep Ariana Grande?
I don't know. I feel like I'd like to eventually just be Ariana.
Their romance was extremely fast-paced, leading to an engagement within a month, to which Pete proposed with a $93,000 custom pear-shaped ring.
Well, it's like pear-shaped.
Can I see the ring? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but like, can we like not put this part in the interview?
Oh, get out of here. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay.
You pass it around. Take it off.
The couple frequently shared their affection on social media and even got matching tattoos. Ariana dedicated the song Pete Davidson on her Sweetener album to him. In this interview with Pete Davidson and Howard Stern from around the same time, where they talk an awful lot about Pete's supposed unnamed mental disorder.
With you, the shit pie can come on fierce.
Yeah.
Do you think that's part of your disorder, that you just, everything just feels like the world is caving in?
Everything feels so extreme, dude. Like it's the most extreme or the least extreme.
Are you worried in a relationship with a woman that your extreme mood could destroy the relationship, that you're too much to handle?
I was until I met her.
Certainly not gearing up for a conservatorship or jail trail of evidence or anything like that. But anyway, on this Howard Stern interview, Pete reveals that he was in a bad place, and so Scooter Braun introduced him to Ariana Grande. Whatever that means.
And Ariana, your fiance, the first time you appeared on Saturday Night Live, she was the guest singer, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you have low self-esteem, or whatever you want to call it. I'm in the same boat.
I'm with you, man.
I would never think in a million years that I could date Ariana Grande, who's gorgeous and talented.
Right.
I mean, my God. She was in with that guy, Mac Miller.
Yeah.
And you both break up.
Yeah, pretty much like the same time.
She says, I love stories. She says the first time she saw you was in one of those, I guess, the writers' meeting. Which is funny because you think you suck so bad in the writers' meeting.
Oh, dude, I was just like, when she left, I was like, what a...
How do you know how to get that going?
I didn't. Timing, I feel like, is everything.
But how do you begin dating?
Scooter Braun.
That's the Justin Bieber's guy.
Booking my career and wife.
Wow.
No, he was like, I was down in the dumps, and he came to visit me at SNL.
Also, Pete had recently ended his relationship with Cassie David, which is Larry David's daughter.
You're both broken up.
Yeah.
With people. You were dating Larry David's daughter for 2 years.
So he had broken up with Larry David's daughter, who later revealed that he had dumped her via text just days before his relationship with Ariana became public back in May 2018. She comes in and burns the whole town burns down. Pillages. She's a pillager. So by October 2018, their relationship ended abruptly. Mac Miller's death significantly did impact Ariana, causing her to reassess her life and relationship with Pete. Reflecting on their break, and we do know she does like to go back and be with people again. I mean, she likes to go back and forth. Reflecting on their breakup, Ariana admitted that their relationship had moved too quickly and that she needed time to heal and focus on herself.
Like credit therapy. Well, I've been in therapy since I was little, but I literally talked to my therapist about this. I was like,
I talk to my therapist about this a lot.
But it's coming. It's gonna be here any second. My therapist would say, pause.
Now, most notably, in the past 24 hours, we saw Ariana Grande announcing that she was partnering with BetterHelp to give out $1 million in free therapy. That then today getting up to $2 million.
She announced a partnership with online therapy provider BetterHelp that includes a pledge to donate up to $5 million in free therapy.
BetterHelp betrayed consumers' most personal health information for profit. For profit.
One of our favorite conspiracy theories was that our business model is selling data to third parties.
Explicitly explained in their privacy policy that they do use your data.
Therapy service BetterHelp is under fire this morning. The FTC has proposed a ban on the company for sharing users' personal data in order to advertise.
I'm not here to tell y'all what to do. I'm never here to tell y'all what to do. But as far as what I think about it, personally, I think it's a money grab. On December 2nd, 2011, Ariana Marie Grande manifested the role of Glinda the Good Witch on Twitter by tweeting, "Loved seeing Wicked again. Amazing production. Made me realize again how badly I want to play Glinda at some point in my life. Hashtag dream role."
Now, and since you're a girl, of course, you must love Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure that you have dreamed of playing one of the two roles. Would you be Elphaba or Glinda? You'd be Glinda.
For sure.
Because Elphaba has the much bigger voice.
Yeah, I think that Elphaba's singing part is would be more fun.
Okay.
Singing wise, but I think I'm more of a.
Well, then let's play Wicked singing trivia then. Okay.
This is gonna be a
Wicked off. You get to play Glinda.
Let people come into our lives for a reason.
Okay, you do the next one. Keep going.
Over a decade later, in September of 2022, she would land the role of Glinda the Good Witch and move into a mega mansion in London to shoot for Wicked.
We want you to be our Glinda the Good.
oh my God, thank you. I love her so much. I'm gonna take such good care of her. Thank you so much.
And it's like it's a movie, but it's a musical. They're doing a movie that's a musical. She's in it. Ariana has often expressed her fascination with magic, witches, and the supernatural. Ariana used to be Catholic. However, in 2013, she revealed that she had a demonic experience in Kansas City after visiting a haunted castle where she visited one of the 7 gates of hell on earth. I will not be visiting. No one tell me about it either.
The repeated desecration of his family's graves is all because of an urban legend. And local historian Paul Bondmeyer tells me
it's just absolutely lies.
Lies, he says this downtown Lawrence attraction,
Stall, is what sold this haunted house.
Is now profiting off of.
Nothing else did.
Legend says the cemetery in Stoll, Kansas is a gateway to hell, attracting the wrong kind of people, especially around Halloween, with an increase in crime and vandalism.
So she goes to one of the 7 gates of hell on earth, according to her, and has a, quote, demonic experience in Kansas City. She said of the experience, quote, "I've had a ghost demon experience. We were in Kansas City a few weeks ago and went to this haunted castle and were so excited. The next night we wanted to go to Stoll Cemetery, which is known as one of the 7 gates to hell on earth." This little gremlin. Quote, "I felt this sick, overwhelming feeling of negativity over the whole car, and we smelled sulfur, which is the sign of a demon. And you know what Nancy Alcorn says? God said you don't medicate a demon, you cast him out. Nancy Alcorn from Mercy Ministries did say. And there was a fly in the car randomly, which is another sign of a demon. Okay, Ariana, extreme witchcraft in the car with the fly. Extreme fly infestation. According to Ariana Grande, quote, and there was a fly in the car randomly, which is another sign of a demon. I was like, this is scary, let's leave. Rolled down the window before we left and said, we apologize, we didn't mean to disrupt your peace. Then I took a picture.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what you're supposed to do right after you apologize. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Then I took a picture and there are 3 super distinct faces in the picture. They're faces of textbook demons. We're not gonna show it, but y'all can look it up. I don't want that over here. Then in November 2013, that same year, she renounced her religion publicly, stating she was no longer into Christianity or Catholicism and would be studying the Kabbalah. And that's infamously Madonna's religion. And Madonna hooked up Britney with her lawyer because Matt Rosengart had repped the Kabbalah Center in a lawsuit. There was the weird banana incident with Madonna and Ariana, so it's just all webbing right up, isn't it? Okay, great. Also, all the while all these new pop girlies were rising up, Britney Spears was not as much of a competition as she could have been. I'm just gonna say it. She was locked up as a slave and a prisoner.
Especially this time.
So she renounced being Catholic. Now, she is also known to incorporate elements of witchcraft and mystical imagery into her performances and fashion, often wearing jewelry and symbols associated with magic. Now, this is according to her. This isn't I'm just speculating. This isn't I'm just, ooh, look at the imagery and the symbol, look at the symbol. She admits this. It's not coming from me. I wouldn't say this if she hadn't admitted it. Anyway, look, here, Exhibit A. She once tweeted, I feel like a little fairy witch sometimes. And I mean, accurate. I'm not even to disagree with it. But she said it, not me. February 2024, Ariana appeared for like the 50th time on The Zach Sang Show, where she talks about appearing as Glinda the Good Witch in the upcoming Wicked musical, as well as about her new album. She always sneaks in a little album promo at her. In this interview, for example, she says, I'm the witchiest witch there is.
Can you come sit in this peanut gallery? Can you come sit in the peanut gallery? But only if you promise that you won't audibly scream, cackling, laughing at everything they say.
I've learned, I don't know, I sit somewhere between being a literal witch, I'm not kidding, and being like the most realistic, cut, dry, like, you know?
Yeah, totally.
I don't know.
Can you do a tarot card reading for me?
Oh my God, I wish I brought them.
Yeah, what is what are you just walking around set looking to do readings
every day? No, they come to me.
Oh, interesting.
They come to me.
You are a witch?
I am indeed. The witchiest witch.
So then there's a little bit of controversy surrounding this Wicked movie and filming and all of that. Now, we completely skipped over Dalton Gomez and Ariana's relationship, but to make an already extremely long story kind of shorter, after she broke up with Pete Davidson in 2018, she released Break Up With Your Boyfriend Cause I'm Bored in 2019. Then in 2020, she met real estate agent Dalton Gomez, with whomst she quarantined with. And we all know about these quarantine romances. You know, they can make you or break you. Well, for them, for at least a time, it did make them. They got married in a private ceremony in May 2021, the year after they met. This marriage would be cursed from the start. 5 months after they got married, this happened. Man arrested outside her home. There's probably a Harvey Levin clip talking about it. Then, rumors that Ariana and Dalton were headed for a divorce began in January 2022, when a fan noticed that the cards Ariana usually sends to Manchester victims were only signed by Ariana, and not by Ariana and Dalton, which is how they were signed the year prior. Then in February 2022, this blind item was posted. If I have a dozen of his homophobic racist text messages, how many do you think are out there? The A-list singer/judge really needs to come to terms with who her husband is. Don't forget about his SA either. They always stirring it up with the blind items.
They are. It's like, who is
Chloe Malos is like a living, breathing blind item. The next month, March 2022, Dalton's brother Dakota got married. However, Ariana was not in attendance. From then on, speculation about their toxic marriage would haunt them on internet forums and tabloids, pretty much starting then. Then, in September 2022, Ariana posted an advertisement to her Instagram for some makeup brand in which she was not wearing her wedding ring, to which she replied,
It's getting cleaned. I'm not getting a divorce. Before you start, don't.
In April 2023, a discourse began surrounding Ariana's extreme weight loss.
My body and talk a little bit about what it means to be a person with a body.
In May, the next month, 2023, Ariana and Dalton celebrated their 2-year anniversary with this post on Instagram. That same month, SpongeBob SquarePants, aka Ethan Slater, one of Ariana Grande's Wicked co-stars, posted a Mother's Day post to his wife and the mother of their child. She had just given birth to their first child just 5 months prior. Well, a few months later after that, in July, Ariana was seen again not wearing her wedding ring to Dalton over there at the Wimbledon. And the news was reporting that she was, quote, cuddled up with Wicked co-star Jonathan Bailey. Now, this is not SpongeBob, but we will get to him. Jonathan Bailey is mainly known for being part of the Bridgerton cast, and he's also openly homosexual. So I'm not really sure how the rumors about the cuddling up, but it still would set off rumors that Ariana was leaving her husband Dalton since she was seen not wearing her wedding ring. In July 2023, that same month, this photo began circulating, and that sent the internet ablaze with rumors and speculation that Ariana was dating her Wicked co-star, Ethan Slater, who again is best known for his role in the SpongeBob SquarePants, the Broadway musical.
Look at the kelp! It's still kelpy.
Now, as we know, Ethan Slater was just celebrating Mother's Day with his wife of 10 years and his newborn child of 5 months just 2 months ago. However, reports that Dalton and Ariana had separated back in February 2023 were starting to appear out of the woodwork and out of thin air all of a sudden, seemingly orchestrated. By October 2023, more details had surfaced that they even had went on double dates with their respective spouses. Ariana and SpongeBob went on double dates when they were married to other people. Oh my God, she's messy. They all messy. These allegations have led to Ariana being labeled a homewrecker, causing Ariana and Ethan to both face significant backlash on social media. But now it seems like the general consensus from her fans is that they're okay with him now. That's how I know that fans are all just bots. That's how I know. And yeah, I mean, I can't unsee it, how much the man looks like he came out of the Frankie Grande printing machine. Like they 3D printed up somebody that looked just like them. So that brings us all the way up to the Penn Badgley podcast, which honestly is the most grotesque. He's also so insufferable. Like, it's like, ugh.
If you're anything like me, my condolences, because it's a little bit hard up here.
So just this past month in June 2024, Ariana appeared on this shill Scientology ass looking ass Penn Badgley podcast to parrot literally Dan Schneider's messaging of forcing children to go to forced therapists on set of children's shows instead of like worrying about punishing the people that are abusing them. Just give them therapy to make them deal with it better or something. Then she made it into this whole ultimatum thing too, like, if you're going to be put at that highest level of success and all of that, then the least you could do is go to therapy mandatorily at least 3 to 4 times, thrice a week. I'll put it near what she said. I'm paraphrasing.
And I think not only on kids' sets, I think if anyone wants to do this or music or anything at the level of exposure that it means to be on TV or to do music with a major label or whatever, there should be in the contract something about therapy is mandatory twice a week or thrice a week or something like that. And I was actually talking to Max Martin about this the other day.
But it's basically the same messaging as what Dan Schneider had did on the Boogie podcast. Now, it was uncanny also to me just how much Ariana Grande reminded me of Lima Moratakali Yevremovich, Abdullah Mohammed, whatever her name wants to be today. Because not only the voice is the same, I mean, I noticed myself doing the impression, it sounds almost the same. I think that every child should go to therapy, and I want to do that. It's like she's in her Blippi altar. Watch it come out of the spout.
Look at it come out of the smoke.
Talking to Max Martin about this.
It's like Blippi meets Lima is Ariana. And she's googly-eyeing, goo-goo-eyeing at Penn Badgley the whole time. He's clearly goo-goo-eyeing at her, even though he don't take roles where he's kissing women as much anymore because he don't want to disrespect his wife, which... There's a lot of years of evolution that tell me what you're thinking when you're looking at Ariana Grande on the podcast, girl. I mean, you're not really fooling me. But yeah, so she goes on this podcast. She talks about several things, and it kind of gets roundabout mentioned about Dan Schneider and roundabout. I mean, they really don't say anything. It's like they say nothing, but I mean, it's peripherally addressed. Now, also, she discusses an obsession with Jim Carrey. We're going to put another blue clue here, pink clue, whatever we're putting up here, because this is important and telling.
At first, is this true or false? Did you have a screen name, Jim Carrey Fan 42?
That's true.
Is this just true? So,
absolutely true. Well, he was 42 at the time.
Okay.
So that's where the number came from, because Jim Carrey Fan was taken. Yeah. So I had to put a number, and it was 42 because that was his age. And I believe that year I should stop, but I'll tell you. I had a birthday party for him.
For him?
For him.
For him?
Was he there?
What's his birthday?
No, he couldn't make it, but I was, yeah.
And she also says in this interview that she once did a Q&A with young fans. And someone asked her if you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, living or dead. You know this question, we've all been asked it. Who would it be?
If you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be?
And Ariana's like, Mom, do you want me to say the real answer, huh?
And I was like, oh, you're so cute. Who, Mom and Dad, is it okay if I give the real answer? And they were like, sure, I guess. What's the answer? And I was like,
And I guess they told her yes, which I would have probably said, no, say somebody not deranged. Yeah, I would have said, say me, say you would have dinner with me. And they were like, sure, what's the answer? And Ariana's like, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer is pretty fascinating. I think I would have loved to have met with him, you know?
I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer's pretty fascinating. I think I would have loved to have met him.
Wow.
Like, you know.
And like, it really gives you an insight into these people's state of mind because they all laughed. They all thought it was funny. I don't think it's funny. And I think, to be fair to Ariana Grande, maybe she don't have no home training, as we call it in Louisiana. Maybe nobody ever really taught her how to act. And she just usually has this good little character she puts on and it gets her by. But that's not appropriate to say to a child that you want to have dinner with a serial killer who killed people, ate them, and consumed their flesh. I don't think that people around, this is what happens to these celebrities. People just start laughing at everything they say instead of being like, ooh, I don't know about the Jeffrey Dahmer one. Maybe leave that one out next time. So some of the family members of some of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims have come out and said, this woman is sick in the effing head and something's wrong with her. They rebuked her and her statement, calling it sick. Anyway, also the fact that he is now starring as her new love interest in this Pussycat breaking into your house. What? The boy in my, I can't wait to I came across, so I guess we could take this part out. I came across like a studio session. You know how they put those out sometimes and it's just the vocals. And it's like, she ain't doing too much no more. She's past her I'm trying era. I remember that. And it was like, whoa, god damn. Now it's, you can't wait to the boy in my, I can't, maybe she's on. We're gonna take that part out. So she's a weirdo, and now this Penn Badgley guy and her are rolling all over each other. And I mean, if you look back at the Big Sean incident, if you look back at the Mac Miller incident, I am detecting a pattern as far as the eye can see. And I am predicting a love affair between these two, and I hope I'm wrong. I would never want to see that. I don't want to see Ariana Grande break up one more marriage, one more happy household. And look, you can see them together right here. He's kissing her.
What's your version of how you and Penn met?
Penn and I met at a meatball shop. And
Really?
then that's it. That's the story.
Is it called the Meatball Shop? Is it
yes.
that one? Yeah.
So to close, what's my closing theory? What's my theory? Here's my theory. I think, and you didn't see this coming, Ariana Grande is a very, very committed method actor. And I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose anybody with multiple personalities, or a DID as they call it these days, but I will say I think she gets real into the character, and she truly genuinely becomes the character and devotes her whole life to existing as this character. And like, it's literal. And I didn't know that existed, and you wouldn't unless you know these people that are actors, and these method actors, these character actors, these huge actors, they become the characters, and the really, really successful actors live their whole lives as them. And the first time I saw evidence of this was a documentary with Jim Carrey in it, and it's about a character he played, which was based on a real person, Andy Kaufman. He was like a Mad TV type of actor. So this guy, Andy Kaufman, he had died. They wanted to make a video about a movie about his life, and they make Jim Carrey cast as the guy who's gonna be playing him. Jim Carrey becomes this guy to the extent where like his family, Andy Kaufman's family, would just come and want to see Jim Carrey do the role. Like he's him. He's got the man of stuff he shouldn't even know. And it's like kind of like he's becoming possessed by dead Andy Kaufman. Not literally, but he did not switch out of the character for the time he was doing the character until it was that's a wrap.
He's exactly the way Andy was. It's totally surreal.
Whatever, he lived as it. And there's this whole scene in the documentary where Jim Carrey himself talks about a discussion he had with the director, the producer, and they were like, dude, you're causing mayhem on the scene. And Jim's kind of like, I can be a convincing Andy Kaufman, played by Jim Carrey. Or if you want him, you have to let me fully be him. I can't switch back and forth, basically. It was fascinating psychologically.
I'm angry because I love you. I'm not angry because I want to try to not give you support. Too late! Too late!
And then when I saw Ariana on Penn's podcast, she's reiterating again how Jim Carrey this, Jim Carrey that. It's widely known she's obsessed with him. And people are often like, why? Why would she be obsessed with him? He's old. And she's like, was a young girl. And it's like, well, y'all are not picking up what she's trying to tell you. It's about the method. It's about the artist. She's obsessed with the art that the artist is making. She's not obsessed. She wants to sleep with him. I mean, she might, who knows? But it's not that. It's, I want to do that. I want to be so good at embodying a character that I'm not forced to switch out of it. And then that brings up the mansion. Maybe she's living as Glinda the Good Witch in this mansion. And her co-stars are living there because it's expensive. And in the movie, Ethan, the grotesque and detestable Ethan, SquarePants, he plays the love interest of Glinda the Good Witch. And so my tinfoil hat conspiracy is that Ariana Grande is so engrossed in the character of Glinda the Good Witch, especially now I'm just learning that there's 2 movies they're filming simultaneously. It might just be part of her art. And that would explain why her breakups are usually amicable, because maybe the people she dates knows that. Like, you are never gonna be my husband forever, but you could be my husband while I'm Glinda the Good Witch, or while I'm playing for this music video, and while I'm promoting this album, you're the muse for the album. But this is my Pawpaw's hat pin, but I'm keeping this when you leave. Maybe. Or maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know, but she is just such a committed method actor that it ruins her relationships or whatever, because I could see that being the case in that documentary that I watched, which I would bring up anyway. But the fact that Ariana Grande is so obsessed with Jim Carrey and on the Penn Badgley podcast, Evidence Paw Print number 3, they both, Penn and Ariana, talk about this specifically. They talk about how vital to their personal human development it was to play characters and to become them, because it allows them to have empathy. This part is where it starts to get sociopathic. And it's like Penn Badgley is playing the guy on You, Jeff Goldblum or whatever his name is, because he is that. And he says it. Or that you have to become him to have sympathy. Because I even have heard like some psychopathic murderer stories. I mean, this is like the crux of most horror movies, is they take you back to the bad guy's past and now you feel bad for him because his dad's beating him up or something. And it's like, oh, I do feel bad for him. But now he's like, terrorizing Gotham City, and that's not cool. Like, maybe he shouldn't be doing that or whatever. They even make me feel bad for Thanos from time to time, and he's the worst of all time. And so it's like, they take it a step further too. But the fact he has to become a serial killer, kidnapper, strangler to feel a sympathy, and then he's like, yeah, and that's the most deep, profound, impactful sympathy I ever feel, and they're just like goo-goo eyeing over each other and drooling, wiping their drool up, and Then I see him 2 days later in the video. She's crawling on the floor, licking up the milk and lapping the lap and the S tension is palpable, I will say. Yeah, I hope my prediction's wrong. I'm not betting no money on it. That's all I really have for today. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation, and neither is speculation, girl. This is all opinion. Love you, Mina K. Bye.
The witchiest witch. Something happened recently that I actually couldn't wrap my head around. I need to remember it. I need to remember it.
To be fair, you couldn't wrap your head around it. So.
It was the witchiest thing. Yeah, I couldn't, and I didn't. I forgot it.
Clearly, just keep
Wait,
going.
there was something really witchy. Oh, Jim Carrey's birthday. Thank you, Mom. I announced Eternal Sunshine on Jim's birthday, and I didn't fucking know it was his birthday.
You channel Jim Carrey in so many ways, and you
What?
have for so long. I mean, like his movies and his art exist subconsciously within you.
I thought you meant like just in my vibe. I was like, alrighty then. Thank you.
You know what I can say about Zach saying that I think is wild? And this will probably get me sued. So I'm hoping Patreon does not. I would never say this on the canceled mic.
I don't think you should say this.
He goes online frequently and talks about how Ariana Grande is his best friend in the entire world, right? He tells people this. Essentially, it seems as though that she feels the most comfortable to do her interviews on the Zach Sang show. And he tells everyone, you know, that's my best friend, whatever. Give him one singular shot of tequila and put him in a room with us. And he is telling us her deepest, darkest secrets and all the awful things she does.
DJ investigate, she gonna find the truth. She gonna crack the case here. It's not a lie when it's paperwork. She will expose the truth. Daily updates for you. Better subscribe like I knew you would. We gotta stand for what's right. We gotta do for the good, yeah. I don't know what y'all have heard. That surprise witness got the word. We don't believe in Scientology. I do not need your mind control on me. We don't need your conservatorships, no. We doing right what's right for the kids. Whoa.
Y'all cannot control me. I control my own mind. You could've controlled me then. Still not in this lifetime. Can you send us down the pink angel from the heavens of truth? You don't want to debate with BJ. The studying law is what she do.
Frankie Grande is clapping back at bizarre rumors about his sister, Ariana Grande. The star is responding to a tweet that seems to explain where a viral rumor about his superstar sister being a cannibal started. Wow, this might be the most creative and lowest y'all have ever gone, reaching new depths daily. Listen, I know my sister's been eating the girls up for years, but this is a bit extreme. Besides, she's vegan. See you on tour. As for Ariana, the Yes and singer tells her fans that she's pivoting away from any project unrelated to her upcoming film Wicked.